Oh, hey Stray. How are you? Where's Paul? Why is a cat calling me? You want me to do what? You want me to speak to an investor because you want to invest something? Okay, all right, I'll do that. So, Stray the cat wants me to speak with someone very important in the investment world of Indonesia. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go. All right, guys, I am now with the one and only Pandu Sjahrir. How you doing, buddy?
How are you, sir?
All right, how's this Boston weather feeling right now?
It's good. We just watched the Celtics going to Game 7, so I'm super excited. That's why I'm sweating.
You're
the
sweating.
entire game, I was sweating, man, but I'm so glad they won.
Is it a good game? I mean, you probably felt like you were playing there, right?
I was the entire time. 2.5 hours since 6:30. I've been up. But
So is that how you do it? You exercise while you're watching the game?
Yeah.
You know what? I actually do the same thing. It's quite inspiring, right?
It is.
You see the guys, walking, running up and down the floor.
And I'm running with them.
There you
Except
go.
they're so much better in shape than I am, but still, it's a good thing.
You got to be fast, right? And
Yeah.
it seems like they're also doing so many things at the same time, like you are. You got what? You're running 7 companies. You got you got Gojek, you got TBS, and you're also the Sicepat. Speaking of
I'm
fast,
on board of that company.
and also you are you're commissioner of the Indonesian Stock Exchange.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's a lot of things. How do you get everything on your plate? How do you keep yourself managed to be so sane?
Sane?
And you still have time to exercise.
Of course.
That's amazing.
I wake up every morning, spend time with my daughter and my wife, and then I exercise. And then I start my day actually around this time, 9 a.m., finish around 8 p.m., and still got time to be at home.
Really?
Yeah, so relatively quite impact, but the most important thing, we have really good partners, really good people in these companies. So I'm very fortunate. I think that's probably my only job is actually that, just managing our partners.
Okay. So all right, I'm gonna hand you the basketball. If you're in the world of basketball, what position do you play, Pandu?
Point guard.
You are point guard.
Well, I'm short, first of all, but I also love being a point guard. I like to share, pass the ball. So scoring points is not my number one thing, but passing, playing defense.
All right.
So that's kind of my style of game.
Who is your current top scorer then?
My current top player, the one I like the most is Marcus Smart. So he's the defensive player of the year.
I am talking about the companies. Who is your top scorer right now?
Oh, no, they're all incredible. They're all incredible. They're doing extraordinary things in whatever it is that they do. So I've been super excited being associated with them.
All right. It seems like we heard that you have grown up with, surrounded by alpha females.
You've done your work, man.
Yeah.
All alpha female. My mom is an alpha female. My aunt is an alpha female. All of them. My daughter is an alpha female. She just tells me what to do.
How old is your daughter?
She's old now. She's 6.
But she's so.
I'm going to put her to work.
When did you realize she was an alpha?
When she turned 1. I was like, once she started yapping, I realized, my goodness, she is a real alpha female.
Where did she get it from?
I think from me. But I think she's like a better version, right? A better looking version of me.
How does growing up around alpha females shape you the way you are right now?
I need a drink. But how you do it, I think you learn to listen more. So whenever you have an opinion, pull it back. Just listen to everyone. Then after that, probably make a decision. So I've learned to become a much better listener. Okay. You know, my sister, very much strong-minded. My mom is very strong-minded. Wife is also strong-minded. My daughter now is becoming very strong-minded. My aunt is strong-minded. And they're all like, CEOs type, right?
So listening is very important.
Listening is the most important.
Okay.
Be an active listener. Sometimes you're at home and I'm sweating now talking about my own family.
You're talking about alpha females
you guys are killing me with this question. But talking about them, you have to be active listener. I don't know if you're at home when you come back home and you got somebody talking to you and you say, okay, right? And they scolded you, right?
Yeah.
What you do is just look at them in the eye and you say, hey, what's going on? You can also do the same thing to all the men out there listening, you know the trick. Just listen and just watch their eyes, and I'm sure you are actively listening, and they'll appreciate you more.
All right.
So most important.
All right. Now, speaking of people around you, I'm going to show you some pictures.
Oh no!
And
you did not tell me this, guys. But okay.
And we're gonna, of course, we're gonna see your reaction.
Okay.
And it's gonna be on camera right there. So, this first person.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. What about her? What's my
Thoughts?
reaction?
Yeah.
That's the boss.
She's the boss.
She's the boss.
And that is Talia.
Yeah, this is Talia, my daughter. She's feisty. I describe her as a very feisty and very entrepreneurial person.
Ah, okay, all right. And she's still 6 years old.
She's 6 now. 6 years, really old.
All right. Speaking of entrepreneurial.
Oh, Luna, yeah, of course. That's also feisty. And also very entrepreneurial.
Okay.
So I've actually been very fortunate to be investing in her business.
Okay.
It's growing really, really well. But she's very independent, feisty, and entrepreneurial.
All right. Next one.
She's this guy, Pak Luhut, is actually very active listener.
Is he?
Surrounded also by alpha female.
Okay.
Alpha female.
Uh-huh.
And one thing you know, right? He's actually very caring and really like to mentor young people.
I see. And you benefit from that.
I benefit learning to be an active listener.
So that's something that you learn from him.
Oh, absolutely. Because whenever just the two of us talk, we take a deep breath and kind of, we can be our own selves.
How close are you with him? With Pak
Oh,
Luhut?
we're close, but I think he's extremely busy. I become very busy. So whenever we are able to meet, whether it's a family event or just the two of us, it's we maximize our time together.
Okay. But
we don't meet every day. I mean, I think the guys know, right? Probably meet once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? So
when did you become close with them?
So since I was young.
Yeah?
6, 7, so our family is very close. My mom and him is very close. And I think when my dad passed away, when I was still 25, 26, he kind of took me under his wing. So I've always been appreciative of him for doing that. And when I turned 28, 29, he asked me to come back from the US. And he said, "Lu, come back. I know you've done very well in the US and New York, but I think you'll do better here. Help me out." I said, "Okay, boss."
When did the conversation happen? Is this
in New York?
Is this during
like
a
this.
family?
No, not a family. He just came to New York for his thing. He bring me to a restaurant and I said, "What are you doing? How much do you make?" "Oh, I'm doing very well, uncle. I'm doing this. Screw you, man. Move back." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Why? Why would I want to move back? Build this business with me. What business do you have?" He didn't have much. He had a couple of what is it called? A stock in a coal company, and he also had licenses in a coal company. That was back in 2009. It took me a while. Then he came back again 6, 9 months later. Come back and he told my boss, Pandu's leaving. I didn't even know.
Oh.
So that was kind of very smart move.
Okay.
So I moved back.
It's very alpha too.
Very alpha, man. But he moved back, and when I came, I was like, "What do we have here?" So it was really interesting. Thrown me into a place which I've never done before. Super entrepreneurial.
Okay.
I was the first employee of Toba, and made that right. TBS, I guess that's the name of the company.
TBS. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
Recently, you and your uncle went to see Elon Musk.
Yeah.
How was that? That picture also went very viral, very, very fast. How was
I
that?
didn't even think it was going to be viral. I was just posting. I said, "Hey, it'll be fun," posting it, and he was really cool about it. We spent an hour with him, and we spoke about 4 or 5 different subjects. One thing I know about him is that he's very well prepared.
Yeah.
Coming into the meeting, he was in the middle of the Twitter deal, and after we left, he announced the deal half an hour later. So
Really?
what's amazing about him, he was very focused. He knew exactly what he wanted. He knew exactly what Indonesia can offer. And we were fortunate. Pak Luhut's the one driving it, and we were there to support and give insights. But yeah, it was quite quick and very direct. That's what I like.
You said that he was very prepared. It did not look like it. He looked like he was just
Never judge a book by its cover. That's the only thing I can say.
A lot of people are saying that, hey, he looks like he just woke up.
No, he didn't sleep actually for 2 days.
Is that right?
Yeah, he didn't sleep much because he was finishing his deal. And one thing I realized is that he came in knowing everything about Indonesia. And that's quite incredible.
Alright. See, this is the comment. Delegasi Indonesia datang ke Tesla dengan pakaian rapi, berjas.
So, we were told before that, hey, he's gonna be wearing relaxed clothes. Do you wanna wear relaxed clothes? I'm like, perfect, and I wear a t-shirt, right? I wanna wear a t-shirt, shorts. And then Paulo said, hey, I'm a military guy. I'm gonna wear at least a suit. All of you wear a suit. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
So I had to wear a suit. But we took off our tie. I was rocking the sneaker, right? I wanted to be different, but that's what it is.
Keren Pak, saya cuma soroti Om Elon masa pakai kaos menyambut delegasi. Did you think that was
It's cool, man.
You knew that he was
we knew.
gonna
We knew
be,
right away. He's gonna be very relaxed.
Very casual.
Yeah, very casual. Because for us, we knew about it, but Pak Luhut wants to be in a suit. That's what he likes. So we follow the leader.
All right. Let's talk about energy transformation. I mean, we're talking
that's
about
why we
electric
discussed
cars.
with Elon.
Yeah?
Yeah, energy transformation. So one of the big changes is how do we change renewable energy to power EV, right? So all the electric vehicle, all the energy needs in the US. So he's super passionate about that. And we are. So what we're doing today in TBS is doing that. We're moving into renewable energy fully. And we're also moving to EV. So, obviously we announced the JV with Goto to provide electric vehicle solutions for the country. It's gonna be Gojek first, but I think it's for everyone. Okay. We're gonna sell it to everyone. If you guys like it, you wanna use it, it's cool, and it's also good for the environment, why don't you do it? Look, in Jakarta is third most polluted city in the world. For you, Mas, it's not just about isi perut kan, about your, what do you do tomorrow? At least another decade. You know why? Because at least in big cities. So when I talk big city, Jakarta. Okay. Tier 1 city, or 7 cities in Jakarta, what we call Tier 1 cities, quality of life becomes more and more important. Yeah. People really care about what's going on up there and also down. So in terms of waste, what is going on in terms of how you manage waste and all of that. So I think people are becoming more concerned, right? So it's not just about price. So what you're gonna see, I think that hopefully there'll be more regulating about all the cars and motorcycles out there, how you throw trash, right? And also in terms of just overall improvement in quality of life.
Speaking of, pollution-free, you're coming as a coal entrepreneur. Is there a sense of loss with the existence of renewable energy, or is that something that you will see that will be phased out anyway?
I think Indonesia, all of Indonesia, we've kind of grown to middle class country. But for most of the population, they do need cheap energy to supply their own needs. Why? Because there's pressure. Pressure from their shareholders, pressure from their stakeholders. So I would say big factories are probably going to start implementing that. But for the everyday folks, they don't care where they get their energy from. They just wanted to get it the cheapest and reliable. Okay. And I think coal still provide that.
Okay. Are we ready for that?
You like it or not, Gunilla, I think if it's ready, you're never going to be ready for change. Just like COVID. You're never going to be ready for change. But one thing people adapt, and people adapt really well. So that's one thing I've learned.
All right. Let's talk about negotiations. It seems like you're a very you're a very good listener. You're an active listener. Something that you learned. You already hone your skills from very young age. Trained by the master Jedi himself, Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, right?
Yeah.
So let's see your comment about this.
I got offers. Look, Paul. My middle name's Paul. My dad's name's Paul. Bunch of Pauls. I think we're kindred spirits here. We're both businessmen that operate from our gut. And my gut tells me to give you this opportunity.
That's awesome, man. That's how it works.
That's how it works?
A lot of times, because every time you meet potential customers, you get to know them. At the end, it comes to that.
All right. From 1 to 10, how real and how good is that?
8.
It's an 8. Okay. All right. So next film.
And with this script, which is now your new harpoon, I'm going to teach each and every one of you.
This is essentially from a real life story.
Yep.
Get it? Huh?
Captain who?
Captain Ahab from the fucking book. From the book, motherfucker. From the book.
Turn your fucking brain on.
Fuck you. Listen to me. We're a new company with a new name.
You remember the scene?
Yeah. It's about selling, right? They're being trained to sell. How do you sell over the phone, right? Telemarketing, etc.
All right.
Good two choices.
Yeah. So, Pandu, you know what? Enough talking for now.
Okay, cool.
Let's shoot some hoops. How's that?
All right, man.
Let's
Shoot some
let's
hoops.
let's see some skills.
Let's do it, bro.
Using this.